Hi, hello, and welcome to another video. So, for today, we are filming my May TBR chosen with my cards. So, yeah, let's just... I explained like everything in the first video, how this is going to be done. So for this year, we are basically choosing them beforehand, and then... So let's just roll the clip where I choose. We ended up with 17 books, which is quite a lot. So yeah, and also the worst part, like the biggest problem, is that I have not finished my April TBR, and kind of the reason was that the books that I ordered were really delayed, and basically like 3 that I was supposed to read basically came at the end of April, and then I was still missing 2, and that just, yeah, it just makes a big problem with basically, you know, actually finishing my TBR. So for this month, for May, I decided that why don't we try and choose my books from the ones that I have on my cart already. And it was not too difficult, let's just say that. It was not too difficult, and I'm really pleased with that. And I have also chosen a lot of audiobooks and some ebooks just because I have a few things that is happening in May, and overall I just feel like it will be easier for me to basically have them on here, like as audiobooks, ebooks. Like, it's much easier to bring this one with me, and yeah, let's just say that. So yeah, let's just talk about what we are actually doing. Almost out what we are reading. So for number 1, and basically, as you saw, this one, you can see that I don't think it wants to here. It says TFBSG, and basically what that means is the Final Book Support Group. So basically, Staff Loves has a group called the Final Book Support Group, which basically are to continue and finish off series. And basically what that stands for is that this one, this one is easy, is continue a series, but basically what that means is that this book has to be it has to be a sequel of some kind. If it's the last book or a sequel or anything, it just cannot be the first one. So I do have a few ones in this, and yeah, it's just that sometimes I feel like I need to prioritize series, like second ones, like sequels overall, just because we all know that even if I finish off like all the almost 100 I maybe have 80, but when I finish off all the series, it's still going to be piling up with series, because I am always kind of starting series, which not good. But yeah, continue a series. I have chosen A Game of Retribution, and this is the fourth, kind of in the Hades and Persephone world. So basically, in this world we have Hades and Persephone. Basically, there are two series that you need to read simultaneously, and it's not that difficult. Just say that it's not that difficult. Basically, one perspective you are following Persephone, and one perspective you're following Hades. So this one you're following Hades, but it's sort of like interesting to see. So yeah, A Game of Retribution. I'm trying to finish off this series this year because I obviously have started it. So overall, we are doing really well with this series, and I have finished something Ruin. I know it's something with Ruin. A Touch of Ruin. Is that one? So yeah, and now we need to go on to A Game of Retribution. So basically, as I'm trying to always do, when I start a series, I am trying to continue on with that series until I'm done. Now, for April, it was kind of a difficult thing, just because I was in the kind of a slump. But also, I think the slump basically came from like not basically getting my books, and I just was in this weird mood too. So yeah. Next one is Favorite Author, and this one is not always as difficult. Sometimes it's difficult, sometimes it's not. Now, Mariana Zapata just announced a new book, but I don't want to put that one on here just because I don't know when I will be able to, get that book. But another favorite author is obviously Emily Henry. So we are going to read Funny Story. This is new to me. I have book lovers as well, but I'm just really wanting to get to this, and yeah, it's going to be really interesting, and see how I like it. Don't really know. Two total opposites, the wrong thing in common. Now that's a funny story. So yeah, that's what we are going with. Then we have a classic, and this one, I have two extremely long classics on my shelf, and I'm just like, I cannot put, I have both The Count of Monte Cristo and Les Miserables, like the Miserable. I don't really know how to pronounce it because I am not, I'm not French. But basically, I'm just like, I cannot put either of those on my TBR. Like, you are going to finish this for May, because I cannot. But I am reading another classic that I'm going to continue and finish it, and I need to do that, and that is Sherlock Holmes. And we are currently on His Last Bow. So I'm picking this. It's not too long. I usually listen to the audiobook for it, just because it's much easier. I do think it's yeah, it's basically a bunch of short stories again, so it should be fine. I am usually like listening to like a little bit here and there. So next one is under 300 pages, and I have decided to read Come Tumbling Down, which is the next one in the Wayward Children series. Wayward Children? No. Yes. Something in those lines, at least. Basically, I have started it. I want to continue on with it, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun, and they are really short, and it shouldn't be a problem. So that's kind of it. I don't really know where we are set at this point, but yeah, it's just going to be a lot of fun. So, a book recommended from your sister, and for this one we are basically starting a new series, because she has been talking about this series forever, and that is Odin's Child. This one just came not just, but this one came out in English not too long ago. I will read it in Norwegian because it is in Norwegian. So that's the plan, actually, to get to this and see if I will like it or not. My sister has been highly recommending this. I mean, this series as a whole, you know, but reading this and see. So yeah. The next one is Step-Sibling Romance, and this is a weird one, let's just say that. It's a really difficult one for me to like, but I have chosen Fallen Too Far, so I don't know a lot. So I just searched like Step-Sibling Romance books. So GoodReads says that this was one. And it's going to be interesting just because it's, for me, it's difficult for anyone to be able to, you know, make me like it. So it needs to be well written. And one thing I have to say with step-siblings, I feel like it's weirder if they have, you know, grown up together. And it's less weird if, you know, they kind of don't know each other. So let's see. Then we have rom-com. And I have decided to do no words. So I should have because I'm filming this a little bit early on, but I should have finished No Offense, which is the last one in the, is it Little Bridge Island? Something in those lines at least. Should have finished No Offense this week. So I will read this one, then we are done with that series, which is awesome. It's really, really great to actually have finished it. So yeah. Don't really know much about it. Let's just say that. It's just basically set on this island. That's kind of it. So, and then we have a soccer romance, and let's just say, I feel like every time I do like soccer romance, I'm like rereading Colty or something, but I wanted to do something different. Only When It's Us. So this one is the first in a series, meaning that we will start a new series, but let's just say that I will see how I like this, maybe continue on with the series. It's quite long, but yeah, I can't wait. Don't really know much about it except she plays soccer. So, soccer romance. Then we have a book you plan on annotating, and that is loads. Let's just say that, it's loads. But one that I need to continue on with is Warbreaker. So this one I plan on annotating, rereading, annotating. And this is the next one in the Cosmere Universe book. So plan on annotating this. Read it, really liked it first time around. So let's just see how I like it the second time around. So this one is, as of now, a standalone. I do think he has some plans on, you know, basically writing in this world, but also the Elantris series again, but it's just not right now. But it's going to be interesting, you know, we are really working on continuing on things. So then we have another rom-com, and I decided to go with Between Her Biscuits. So this is in the, what's it called? Yeah, I have my handy dandy thing on here. It's called the Svensson Brothers. So this one, we are basically following these Svensson Brothers, basically. And I have just read After Her Peonies, which is basically like the 0.5, like the startup of the series, and I can't wait to see basically where we are going with everything, just because the first one is not a happily ever after. Basically they end up fighting, and I can't wait to get to that one. It's still a few ones off, but we need to continue on with Between Her Biscuits, which, let's just say, the names of these are really fun. Let's just say that. Then we have Pick a Sad Book, and I went into like my handy dandy list of, I don't really remember, it's basically probably like the 25 in 25 where I basically picked just a bunch of sad books apparently, and I have decided to go with 1,000 Boy Kisses. So I'm curious to see where this one is going, but who knows. But apparently people are crying. Will I cry? Don't know, don't ask. So the next one is part of a 4+ book series, and I have decided to go with the Tower of Swallow. This is the, don't know where we are in this series right now, but basically in the Witcher series we are almost done with this. We have this one and then one book left, so we are almost done, and I am actually kind of happy about it. I don't love this series, but it's interesting, and I'm going to continue on with it and see where we are going to end. And yeah, so this one, it's fine. Don't really know much about it, you know, it's, yeah. Then we have Cosmere Universe, and this one fits really well, and I have to have this on. Let's just say that. I don't want to take a guess. Rereading The Way of Kings and annotating this one as well. This one is, I don't really know how he's able to write 1,000 pages. Let's just say that I don't know how he managed to do that. That one is that. That is, yeah. So yeah, and can we just say that is the next month. June will not be a fun month, because can you, I don't know, I have to see, can I just read Words of Radiance and then in July read Oathbringer? I don't know, because it might be just a little too much to try and fit those two into the same month. I don't know, we have to do some counting. Then we have Dystopian, and I have decided to go with Station 11 because GoodReads said it was a dystopian, so. And I have this as an audiobook, let's just say that. And I can listen to it. That's kind of where we are. And then we have a motorcycle theme. So as for this, I'm in the middle of rereading this book series, so after the fall. And the reason why I'm rereading this series is because I have 2 books in this series that I have not read, and I just want to get to it, basically. So yeah, that's where we're going with that. So the next one is multiple authors, and this one is not always easy, but I have decided to go with Dirty Rowdy Things because Christina Lauren is 2 authors, like 2 people in. So yeah, we are going with that. This will continue on a series, you know. I read the first one, Filthy something, yeah, something. I don't really remember. I don't even know if I have it on my shelf anymore, to be honest. Don't know, but yeah, this is the second one in a series, so we are going to continue on with that series. And then we have main character is a hot fae. And this one is always kind of difficult, let's say that. But I decided to go with Queen of Mist and Madness. So basically in this series we are following, she is half fae, but I am going to count that as a half fae. But also the love interest, he's also a fae, so we are going with it. But that was all my books, and then I will also need to read other books that I have not yet finished from last month. We have some books that I need to finish off series, so we are definitely doing that so I can finish off some series. But this is the physical books that are on my TBR, and that shouldn't be a problem. Technically, it really depends on how much I am actually feeling like reading, you know. So yeah, but I hope you liked this video, and I will see you next time for another one. Bye!